So do all pencils have erasers? Let me tell you a story. So when I was in elementary school, school had just gotten out and I took my brand new bright yellow Schwinn 10-speed, and with a bunch of buddies we rode up to the Catholic school at the top of the hill. And for some reason, we were in the dumpster going through all the books that they were throwing away after the school year. I have no idea what we were doing. Well, midway through that dumpster dive, I noticed there's a guy looking at our bikes, and I hopped down out of the dumpster and I said, "Hey, what's going on?" And he says, "Whose bike is this?" I said, "Oh, that's mine." He said, "Can I take it for a ride?" I said, "No, it's brand new." And he started asking me about the brakes and the gears and how you shifted and raised the seat. And I'm answering those questions proudly. And he says again, he goes, "Can I take it for a ride?" And I said, "No, it's a brand new bike, man." And he goes, "Well, what if you borrow one of your friend's bikes?" And I said, I don't feel right in that. This is a brand new bike." And he goes, "How about if I give you $1 to hold on to, and then we could just take a bike ride?" And I thought about it for a minute, and I thought, okay. So I took the $1. "Hey, Blake, can I borrow your bike?" "Yeah." So I get on my buddy Blake's bike, and we go for a little bike ride. And as we're turning back around, going back to the dumpster, he said, "Hey, let's race." Well, you pretty much know how that ended, right? And I learned something from that. And I'd love to be able to erase that story because I tell it now and it sounds foolish, even though my mom would double over laughing at hearing me tell it every time. But while I'd like to erase it, I can't. And it reminds me of a John Gardner quote. He says, "Life is the art of drawing without an eraser." And that's exactly the case. You can't erase stuff like that. In fact, while I've learned from it, I had 3 cars stolen over my lifetime in addition to the bike. But they're just chinks in my armor. And that kind of thing, yeah, it makes us better. We can't get rid of it. There is no reason to erase it. But we just learn from it, and we are better the next time.